Red day when you're hanging around. Nothing's ever gonna bring me down. Good times are coming our way. Whenever, wherever, whatever today.
Today is going to be a great day. I am Nikki G, your host. Welcome to the Lone Doctrine, the food for thought exploration station, and your place in making today better than yesterday. This month, we've been exploring the idea and the importance of human connection. I've had the adventure of living all around the country, and I can say firsthand the human connection can vary, whether good or, I really don't like referring to things as bad, but maybe challenging. There are steps we can take in every human interaction to make a deeper connection. Today, I'd like to share some things I've learned from others, whether it be family, traveling, or living and experiencing different places. One of the biggest, most impactful lessons I've been taught is listening. Really listening. It's something we're not always taught, and sometimes our emotions get the best of us, and we're just waiting to put in our 2 cents. It takes patience and practice, and I'm far from perfect, but I work diligently every day to be a good listener. It's interesting because I've had some people say, "You're so quiet, you're so shy." But then once the night is done, I hear from others that that same person said, "I had the best conversation with Nikki." I'm not tooting my own horn, but letting you into the behind the scenes and telling you that I actually didn't do much talking at all. I was listening. Another great thing I was taught is how to enter a room. This will not only help you, but it sets an energy that's welcoming and opens the opportunity for a good connection. Well, I guess it depends on how you actually enter the room. I was taught to stand up straight, walk with confidence, and when you enter, smile. It sounds strange, but when I do so, I'm usually met with an exchange of another smile or someone, a family member or friend, approaching me with a hug. I like hugs. I think deep down, we all like hugs. We'll talk about the importance of body language and human touch in a different episode. But this sets the tone to allow a positive interaction. Have you been somewhere, even a coffee shop, where someone who is stressed or agitated enters and all of a sudden you might feel on edge? Even more if they come in yelling at someone on the phone? I get it. We all have our bad days, but we also have a choice in how we present ourselves to the world. I don't know about you, but I'd rather be the person that comes in and smiles rather than scowls. Here's another tip towards making a positive connection. Be on time. This is huge. Not only does this allow you to be a more productive person, but you're showing respect for the other person's time. Even something as simple as meeting up for lunch or dinner, without a time limit, it's still the mutual respect of your time. It also shows your reliability, your dedication, and so much more. We live in a go society, and I've heard so many people say, "I never have time, there's not enough time, I'm always running behind." Maybe it's you telling yourself that life needs a restructure, that you need a priority check, that you need to take more time to tend to your time. I say this with respect and my hope in making this one and only life the best life. I've had several times where I had to step back and restructure my life because I felt as if I was spinning. You're not alone. That's a whole different topic, but regardless of the busyness of life, do your best to be on time. Another way to connect is to turn off your cell phone. Leave it in your pocket, your purse, or somewhere you won't be tempted when you're with others. Enjoy the moment. Be in the moment. I'm currently in a cafe in Los Angeles. There's about 15 people, and 10 out of those 15 people are buried in their phones. Some of which who are with others and not interacting at all. Now, I understand there's a time and place where you might have to use our electric devices, whether for work, to check out mail, to communicate, but I see so many people with their heads down even when they're walking in nature. As much and as often as you can, put the phones and the computers down and ground yourself. Connect with others. It's so important. I did some exploring, and the next ways to connect best with others seem to be the most common. Number 1, smile. Number 2, make eye contact. I was taught a very handy tip back when I was young. Look the person in the eye when you introduce yourself long enough to determine their eye color. It's just enough to make a good impression, but not too long that you seem super creepy. Number 3, genuinely listen. Number 4, be open-minded. Whole huge other topic. Number 5, be positive. Number 6, look for the good in others. There are an endless amount of things that can help when it comes to connecting to others. But what I encourage you to be aware of is your interaction with others. Are they connecting? Are you connecting? There's no stronger influence than action. You are the change, and you can be a positive, contagious being. So be all you can be. If you found value in the Lone Doctrine, we would be so grateful for your support. We've partnered up with Patreon, which is a place where you can help us stay on air and keep our doors open in supporting our listeners in making today better than yesterday. Thank you for your consideration, your support, and a very special thank you to our current Patreons who make the Lone Doctrine possible. We hope to see you at patreon.com/Lone Doctrine. patreon.com/Lone Doctrine. And remember, keep fighting the good fight.
It's a